Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. Now if you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know that I do not buy very many new books. It's just something that I don't do. However, there are quite a few books coming out soon which have got me kind of intrigued, kind of excited. So I thought I'd just make a little video telling you about the book releases in May that I'm most excited about. The first book which I'm really super excited about and is out already, it was released on May 2nd, is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. One of my favourite books of last year was The Girl on the Train. I think that it just reignited a kind of passion for thrillers. I don't read many of them, but I always love them when I do, and so I'm really intrigued as to what this book is going to be like, if it lives up to the hype. It has a lot of similarities to the last one. There's a murder and then there's a main female character, and unpicking all of her emotional drama. So I am very excited about reading that. Not sure how long I'll manage to leave it before I do purchase a copy. So another book that I'm quite excited about is The Boy on the Bridge by M R Carey. This is connected to, but not in the same sort of series as, The Girl with All the Gifts. I guess that it's a standalone story in its own right, but there are connections. The synopsis is really brief. It just sort of says, oh, there's a boy and they think he can save the world, so they just send him out to monsters or something equally as dramatic. I enjoyed The Girl with All the Gifts, but I didn't love it. So whilst I'd be really excited to sort of enter something along the same vein, I would be hoping that it would be better. Another book that's being released in May that I'm intrigued by is Borne by Vandermeer. Vandermeer wrote the Annihilation books, which I read the first in the series, but have not continued it. However, there is something about this book and the way it's described that just completely intrigues me. It's got a sci-fi element. This girl discovers Borne, and she takes him home, and he's just this lump of nothingness, and as he grows he kind of becomes something else, and it reminds me of a film that I can't remember the name of, so that's not a useful fact for you, but it does. Another book that I'm quite interested in, although I don't know very much about it, is Black Mad Wheel by Josh Malerman. Josh Malerman wrote The Bird Box, which was one of the most unique books that I read last year. It was basically a monster horror story that when people saw it, this whatever it is, they were killed, they died. And it was written in such an uneasy way that made you feel really uneasy, and it was really unique, and I loved that about it. So I think I'm really intrigued by his writing style, and that makes me interested in reading more by him. It's described as a psychological horror, and actually that sounds really similar to Bird Box, so I'm quite intrigued by it. Another book that I want to love but don't think I will is Dragon's Teeth by Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton is one of my favourite authors in the world ever. In fact, I would probably go so far as to say he is my favourite author ever. However, what I've read about Dragon Teeth, it was a recently discovered manuscript that was then finished and polished off, and I worry that actually that's going to take the Michael Crichton that I love out of it, and it won't live up to it. So I'm not sure. I love Jurassic Park, but I'm not sure whether a story about paleontologists is all for me, and I'm really, really nervous about being disappointed. In a similar vein, there's also a book by Stephen King that's coming out, which is called Wendys Button. Now, Stephen King is once again one of my favourite authors in the world ever. However, I feel that his books are either amazing or absolutely dire, and I don't enjoy them at all. So I'm a bit nervous to read it in case it falls into the latter category. I guess when I read the synopsis, it reminded me of the Stephen King book that I read quite recently that I don't remember the name of. It was more of a storytelling rather than a horror, and it just didn't float my boat. So I'm not 100% sure whether I'll read it, but I am intrigued by it. So those are the book releases in May which I am most intrigued and interested by. If you've read any of them, then please do let me know without spoilers, because particularly for those which I'm unsure about, because if I were to hear that other people have read them and loved them, then it might just be the little thing that tips me over the edge into reading them. And if you know of any other books that are released in May which you think I might like, let me know, because I'm pretty rubbish for finding out about new books, to be honest. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.